Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Saturday night's going to be a special night in San Antonio as the 2023 class of the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame gets inducted. And one of those going in, PGA pro Jimmy Walker, a major winner. He's won 6 times on tour. He joins us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. And he's also a great follow on social media because there's always the question, where in the world is Jimmy Walker? Because he's always having fun. What's going on, Jimmy?
Oh, I'm just up here in Dallas getting ready for the Byron Nelson. I came home after Charlotte Sunday night and got one night at home and came up today.
Well, it's Dallas. Now, are you cooking anything tonight there? Do you have a grill, Jimmy?
Actually, yeah. So I'm staying with my caddy just across the street. I can see the leaderboard from where I'm sitting on 18. And he informed me that I'm cooking steaks tonight, and his girlfriend is making some pasta and homemade bread. So yeah,
nice.
We are ripping it up tonight.
Yeah, it's a cooking segment with Jimmy Walker by design. Jimmy, I got to be honest, man. I picked up grilling during the pandemic when I was home. Before that, I couldn't do anything. Now it's I got 4 different setups and the stuff that you're always grilling and the different things that you're doing, man. I'm learning from you. What is your favorite? Not thing to throw on a smoker, although that brisket you did recently looked pretty damn good. But what's your favorite style? Are you a pellet smoker, fire? What do you like to do?
So in the beginning, I got a Traeger when we got a place up in Utah, and I really enjoyed cooking on that. And they ended up contacting me, and I did a sponsorship with them. And then that ran its course, and it was amazing. And one of the guys at Traeger left and started working with this company called Birch Barrel. And he contacted me and got me one of those, and I've enjoyed cooking on that. When I was doing an ambassadorship deal with them, but then the golf deal kicked back up and couldn't quite give them what they were looking for. But man, I enjoy cooking on everything. I mean, give me anything, I'll get after it. And you almost have more fun when you rent a house that you don't know anything about on the road and can still get in there and make high quality meals on stuff that's not yours, which is real fun, I think.
Absolutely. I just got a Traeger not too long ago, and so I'm kind of a novice at it, but I enjoy doing it. And I've cooked things, Jimmy, that I've never thought I could. I never was able to cook a brisket. I cooked a prime rib. I mean, it's stuff that you never think you can do, and now I can do it.
For sure. It's part of cooking is just getting in and getting your hands dirty. And it's not super difficult. You don't need a whole lot of ingredients, salt, pepper, and a little olive oil, butter. I mean, it's pretty simple. Those 3 or 4 things will make anything taste pretty damn good.
That's true.
Absolutely. Jimmy Walker, a man that eats very well, joining us here on the Blitz on the Buyers Barricades guest line as he gets ready to go into the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame. Jimmy, I think about your pro golf career, and when it was announced you were going into the Hall of Fame, I can't count on both hands how many people said, he's not already in. What was it like for you when you got the call that you were going into the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame?
Well, it was really cool. I was just been so busy with golf and work, and I'd actually kind of shut golf down last year. I wasn't going to play anymore, and that's about kind of when I got the call, and then things started to happen again where I was going to get to go play again. And an opportunity arose, and if I didn't take it, it wasn't going to happen. But it was cool. I've been inducted into the Baylor Sports Hall of Fame and the Texas Golf Hall of Fame, and be recognized by your hometown and your city. Very, very, very cool. And started looking at all the names on there and people going in my class, and I was like, wow, this is really special, and I felt very honored.
Jimmy, golf is such a hard sport, especially for us amateurs, right? But even guys like you who are the best of the best, struggle from time to time. But lately, you seem to have figured out you're playing some pretty good golf these days.
I have. And it's been nice. I felt like it kind of started in San Antonio, and I took kind of a deep look on past lessons I've had and stuff that I've worked on with, all my coaches that I've had. I mean, I've had some of the best coaches in the business, and just kind of keyed in on one little thing, and man, it felt really nice in San Antonio, and then kept working on it and played well at Hilton Head and was leading through 2 rounds at a big event, and then played the team event in New Orleans, and then carried over to Mexico, which was a great week, and then again last week. So man, it's right there, and the confidence feels like it's swelling, and that's a good thing. The chipping and putting feels like it's coming online with everything else, and it's been fun. It's still super hectic and very stressful, and mentally it's a bigger grind than I ever remember it being. It does get harder as you get older, for sure.
Well, it's
especially
always
at the highest level.
Yeah, it's always good to see you out there and playing well. Now, you said there was one little thing, Jimmy. I'm always looking for a little free advice. What is that little thing?
Contact.
Little thing, yeah. You talked about golf being one of the hardest sports there is, and I get to play with a lot of amateurs. And I mean, one of my favorite tips I've always given some amateurs that are really bad at it is like, man, if you just took 2 weeks off and then quit the game, you would be way better off. But, like if you want to shave shots at golf, it's literally for you guys. It's around the greens. How many shots you guys waste around the greens is pretty staggering. And even for us, when you tidy that up, it just makes all the difference in the world. You miss a green, you get up and down, you're saving shots, you're making pars. Like the average golfer doesn't understand how important a par is. And even a pro, like pars are so important, because if you're not giving anything away, then you're not giving anything away. Just handing shots back to these guys, the best in the world, is not ideal. So, that's my best tip for everybody. Go have fun, learn how to chip and putt. That's going to save you all the shots in the world.
Be honest, Jimmy. When you're playing in some of these pro-ams with some that probably shouldn't be out there with you, does it bother you? Does it piss you off? Are you frustrated? You're adding an extra hour while this guy's looking for a ball. I mean, does that kind of bother you a little?
It doesn't. The smartest thing that the PGA Tour has done for us as players in a long time is we've gone to 9-hole pro-am. So we only have to play 9 holes anymore. And I mean, it is such a better product. I'm happier. Everybody else is just happier. Like, oh, only 9 holes today. That's great. It's only 2 hours out of my day or 2.5 hours instead of 4.5 to 5, 6, 5.5. And it's a grind, when you're out there watching all that stuff go on, and you're chatting it up and talking, and it wears on you. So it's a better product for sure now.
Well, I can imagine. And again, it sounds like you're nice. I had a bad experience one time out at Oak Hills with Gary Player when the senior tour was coming through San Antonio. He was not happy I was a part of his group.
Oh, poor Gary. I feel bad for that guy.
Jimmy, but guys like you, there's a lot of guys like you that are nice, and you take time to talk to the fans, and I love it. And I think they appreciate that. I want to ask you about the state of the PGA Tour. It seems like now, any week, anybody can win. The competition on the PGA Tour these days is just unbelievable. Do you feel the same way?
I do. I mean, the average age of the tour player today compared to when I got out is like 10 years younger. So you've got so many new guys that are young and ready to go right out of the gate, right out of college. They're just ready to go. Whereas before, you kind of started to peak in your late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s. And now, these guys are coming out, shooting good scores and aren't afraid, a lot younger. So yeah, any week there's new talent coming out, and I think you can see that if you're a fan and you watch, you see newer and younger guys. You still have guys that are top of the game that play well, but it's very deep now, and it's exciting, and especially with all the stuff that's gone on with professional golf and losing players to other tours, and there's never been a better time to try to play golf on the PGA Tour. I mean, the amount of money that we're playing for is staggering, and it's a good time to be playing for sure.
Absolutely. Jimmy Walker joining us here on the Blitz as Saturday night officially gets inducted into the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame. You mentioned, Jimmy, last year you were maybe thinking about not. I should probably know this before I ask, but I'm guessing that had to do with Lyme disease. Are you feeling better? It seems like you're feeling better now and you're able to continue on with your pro career.
I do feel good. It's very rare I have a day where I call limey. But yeah, I've taken care of myself. I feel good. Don't, I don't have any lack of energy like I used to, or zero energy for that matter. But, everything's good. Home life's good. My wife's working, and when I shut it down last year, she took on a full-time interior design deal, and she's really good at it, and got hired on by a firm out of Park City, and she's crushing it, and I'm really proud of her. And kids are doing great. We moved out of the sticks out in Bernie, and we moved down into Hill there, and kind of, it's funny, we kind of moved back into town to slow down, and life's been good. So we're all, Walkers are in good shape.
That is great to hear. Jimmy Walker playing this weekend up in Dallas. So I guess there's a chance, and hopefully you won't be at the event Saturday night, or how's that going to work?
I'm gonna give it all I got to be there. It's an easy flight from Dallas, and it's just weather barring. I've got I originally thought it was on a Friday night, and I was like, I can get my tee time set up where I can play early and totally be there Friday night. And it ended up being on Saturday, so it will be a timing issue with where I'm playing and the weather. But I'm going to give it all I got to be there. I know I've got lots of friends and family that are there, and be there in huge support. And I already told my wife she's got to get up there and take the award and give a speech, and she's all pumped up. So we'll see how she does. She's way better to look at anyways than I am. But I'm going to give it all I got to be there.
Well, if you're in contention and on Saturday you have a late tee time, I don't think anybody's going to mind that, Jimmy.
I'm sure I can zoom in, or we can do a video deal. But I do have my my tux is at the dry cleaner getting spiced up, so I'm planning on being there.
Awesome. Man, that's going to be awesome. Jimmy, appreciate you taking the time today. Good luck up there at the Byron Nelson.
Thank you, boys. Thanks for having me on. You'll have a good rest of the week.
Appreciate it. Jimmy Walker on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. They're online at buyersbarricades.com. And it's going to be a fun night Saturday night. And, like Devin Brown is going in, Jimmy Walker. And again, if he's in contention, if he can't make it, we understand.
I think everybody be okay with that.
And I'll tell you what, the auction that they have at the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame is incredible. And they've got auction items up at the website right now, sanantoniosports.org. There's all kinds of stuff that is on there. Art, tickets,
they always have
autographs,
great stuff.
Trips, all kinds of things. But one of the things that they have, it's a raffle, $100 a ticket. And basically, you get season tickets to everything: Spurs, UTSA football, UIW, Missions, Valero Alamo Bowl, Valero Texas Open. And the raffle tickets are $100, and they're only selling 600 of them.
Do you have to be present?
No, you do it online.
So I could do it online.
You can buy a raffle ticket right now.
I'm going to do that.
And you can bid on items online, even if you're not at the event.
I'm in. They have the greatest stuff.
Go check it out, sanantoniosports.org, and check out all the different things they have. But that raffle ticket for $100, that's incredible.
That is incredible. I mean, you win that thing, and they're only selling 600 of them?
They're only selling 600 of them.
Wow.
And like the Spurs lower level tickets.
Oh, nice.
UTSA, everything. I mean, it's all pretty awesome. sanantoniosports.org is the website.